Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and make a really brief video about this and to go from there. But I wanted to talk about a knife which is actually going to be really interesting for different reasons. So I actually wanted to make a video about this many months ago. Basically, Costco was having a deal where they had the Skeletool, and this is really well known. Everybody knows about the Skeletool, and it also included this knife, which is the Skeletool KBX. And at the time, I actually just wanted to just get this. I didn't really think much about this knife. But what the interesting thing about all this is that in the end, I lost interest in this and I was more interested in this. And I'll kind of elaborate why and go from there. So first of all, I'll briefly go about this, but there's millions of videos on this. So I just didn't really feel the need to talk about this. But the Skeletool is actually one of the more lighter components or the lighter multi-tools that Leatherman has made. It has pliers, obviously. It's got Leatherman bits, which is, which would be great for as a bit driver. And also at the end, it actually, when you put it out this way, I'm sorry, this is so clunky, but you get to the knife. Now they have two different, depending on what you get, there's three different ways you can do this. There's a knife. They have ones with a straight rather than serrated, which I would have preferred, but this was cheap, so I got this. The second is the steel. The steel, there are different types. There's like the 420C steel, but then the other one, they have a better steel. So that's the real key differentiator between all of these. But let me get back to the point and why I think this is actually, and let me move this aside here and talk about why I think this deserves a little bit more attention and kind of explain my thoughts regarding that. When I first got this, I didn't even think much about this knife. I was just like, whatever, it's just a whatever knife. This knife is actually pretty damn useful for a particular odd purpose, and that is if you're looking for something super lightweight. So let me go over the weight with you really quickly here. 1.3 ounces, 1.29 ounces. That is super light. That is lighter. That is about as light as a bantam, except this is a better knife than a bantam in many ways because it's a locking blade. And now, obviously, I wish this wasn't serrated, but the fact that it's 1.29 ounces, like you ever seen that Todd Parker video where he goes over like the really light knives? This is just as light as a bantam, but you can grip this better. It also doesn't fold back on you, which is a safety concern. And the fact it's 1.9 ounces, 1.29 ounces is pretty ridiculous. It's very lightweight, very easy to carry. And that's with the pocket clip. Now, the funny thing is I actually tried removing the pocket clip out to see what happens. You want to keep the pocket clip on there because the pocket clip actually kind of adds to the sense of like, okay, because I know this sounds kind of weird, but you want to make sure you have a little bit of width on the knife. If it's too thin, then it just doesn't really work. Now, in terms of measurements, this is about how long it is here and here. But I didn't want to talk too much about this knife. All I just really wanted to say is that if you were looking for a locking blade that is like 1.29 ounces, this might be something you might want to check out because it's very, very lightweight. It's a locking blade. It's a good blade. It's useful. And this is extremely easy to carry in a pocket. You know how people talk about EDC gear? This is freaking EDC gear. This is so lightweight, easy to carry around. It just basically fits like a glove. It just fits right in. Now, that being said, like I said, I don't think this is for everyone. It's just more just for me to let you know. You might find that this answers an equation for you if you're looking for a lightweight EDC knife that's super lightweight, that's locking, that is, a little bit better than the bantam. So, yeah, that's all I want to say, and you guys have a great one. Okay, bye.